Welcome to another video. I am Gold Raven, and this one is going to be covering the guide of the new Friday the 13th dungeon. To get to the new dungeon, in the news section in your settings, you can just click to Pleasant Dreams, or you can go to the camp if you want to get to Camp Gonna Getcha. Now, if you're watching this video, then you probably already know all about this area. If you don't, I've got a video that basically covers everything, so I'll put a link in the top right corner. You can go and check that one out. It's basically part 2 of the Friday the 13th. If you want to know more about Camp Gonna Get You, I'll put another video link up there which shows the gist of Camp Gonna Get Ya. This video is going to be covering the dungeons here and basically on how to beat them. So let's get right into it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. You can turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my uploads. Now, the best way to beat this dungeon is to work with your teammates. So you can have some teammates going for the levers and others going for the hat and the claw, because that's what you need to get in this area is the hat, the claw, and you got to pull some levers. So the first thing we're going to do is the first lever, because if you come over here, right here, this floor right here is not there. If you take a step forward, you're just going to die. So to prevent that from happening, you can't go that direction. You need to pull the lever, and the lever is just over here. If you come this direction, and you're going to see the lever right here. So once you've taken out the things that are disturbing you, you cannot do this when you are in combat. But once you're not, activate that. This is going to spawn the claws on either side, but you can just avoid those. And now, once that lever is pulled, you'll see that I can now run on this. But you're not going that direction just yet. Back at the entrance, right here is the entrance right here. Take a left, because the hat could possibly be this direction. You go through this right here, and you've got the acid room. So we're just gonna jump over here. Now, if that happens, you want to get to the side, because you can just run up the side. You don't take a lot of damage. You want to cut to the right here, and you want to cut to the right again. Just basically follow this pattern until you get right here. At this spot right here, there could be the hat right here. Here's another moment when I was in this dungeon, and you could see that the hat is right there. Now, once you grab the hat, you're going to be seeing Fleshette appear, and she's pretty creepy, walking all evil like. Now, basically, you need to kill her in order to keep the hat. If you die, then you're going to have to get the hat again, so make sure not to die. If you feel you are going to die, then try running a class like Guardian or something. Always keeping health potions on hand is great. Another thing I would recommend is right here you've got some tasty buns. Now, you get this very commonly from the daily chest, from your treasure chests. So you can very easily get these things here. You might as well equip these, and then you can use these when you're in this dungeon, because they last, what is it, 5 minutes? Plus, it increases your attack and your defense, so you've got an abundant amount of them. You might as well just use them. Now, if you don't have the hat, there are still some other locations. I will show you where the hat spawns. But if you have the hat, then you can start looking for the claw. First, let's check out the other locations that the hat might be. So we're going to go this direction, and you're going to cut to the left here, and then once again to the left. Before I do that, you see these numbers right here? What this does is this is going to be spawning a trap. Once these numbers get down to 9 and 10, you're going to see that this is going to be a very dark color. So right now it's on 5 and 6. At this point, you want to be very careful if you're running past, because at any minute it's going to turn 9 and 6. Once it's like this, or 9 and 10, sorry. If you see this like this, do not go in front, because if you do, it's going to come out and kill you. So once you get to this location here where I had just died, you're going to go this direction. Oh boy, can I make it before it hits? Ooh, just close. And we're going to be going right over here. Watch out for those spikes, and there's the hat right here. When you see those glowy things, avoid that. So you want to grab this hat right here, and upon doing so, we'll... Oh, tried to get me. Oh, I guess I don't need to kill okay, well, I guess in that location it doesn't spawn anything, so you can just get out of there. Another location the hat spawns is just over here. If you come just over here, right in the middle here is where the hat can also spawn. If it spawns here, you're going to have some spiders that are going to be spawning, and you need to kill those spiders. It's not too difficult when you're in the regular dungeon, but in challenge mode, it is very difficult. Now, to not confuse you with this maze, I'm going to start back at the entrance, and we're going to go for the next lever. So back at the entrance, we're going to go right, and then left, right, left, right, and if you go right again, this floor right here is not there. I'll demonstrate. When you go this direction, you're just going to fall to your death. In order to prevent that from happening, you want to go back the way that you just came from, but instead of turning to the right and falling through the floor, we're going to go to the left there. So you head this direction, and instead of going this direction, we're going to go this direction. Once you get up here, you're going to take a right, and then, oh, see, watch out for those numbers. I almost died right there. There we go. Then you take a left, and we're going to be taking another left right here and heading down this flesh tunnel. Now right here, you're going to have two spiders that you need to kill in order to advance. And once you've killed those two spiders, you can continue on your journey. And you want to come right here. This is the lever that you want to pull. Of course, you can't do that while you're in combat, so you got to get rid of these guys. And once they're dead, you can pull the lever, and there's a clicking sound. Now what that does is that makes the floor that you fell through before solid. So we're going to head back through the flesh tunnel, and we're going to check some possible claw locations. So if you come back down here, we're going to go back to where the floor had fallen through. Right down here is where the floor had fallen through, just up ahead. So we're just going to go this direction. And before, we had gone this direction to get to the lever. We're not going to go that direction. We're going to go this direction because just down here, avoid those red things. This is another location where the claw could possibly be, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye out. Ooh, that almost got me. You gotta be very careful for those red glowing things. So starting back at the entrance, if you just head this direction, and this is where we had turned and gone down this direction. We're not going to do that. We're going to go straight. Do not go this direction. There's nothing down there. It's just a fake thing. We're going to go this direction because at the end of this tunnel, possibly there could be the claw. Now in this case, there is no claw, so you can just basically leave this area. Since it is not in the locations I checked, oops, it's going to be in the last location, which means you're going to need to pull some levers. Make sure when you get here, the numbers there are not going to kill you. I'm going to die so that I can show you exactly where the other levers are from the entrance because it's much easier that way. So starting at the entrance again, we're going to head this direction. By now you should start to get used to the place. And we're going to go do the other two levers because you're going to need to do the other two levers in order to get to the final claw area. So we're going to be taking if you go this direction, you're going to be getting to the boss room. So we're going to be going this direction, and Keep an eye out for those numbers on the wall. You want to make sure that they are not this color. Just gotta wait for those to turn 1 and 2. There we go. And we're gonna go down this direction, because right here is one of the levers that we need to pull. Pull that lever, and we're gonna have to get into a fight. So let's just kill this thing quickly, and we're gonna head to the last lever. So that is gonna require going this way. Again, keep an eye out for the numbers. That is gonna kill you if you're not keeping a close eye on that. Gonna go this direction, and we're gonna go down here. Now this is where the claw is, so we're gonna go down to the very end down here, and there's a final lever to pull right here. I'm just gonna go in the corner so that I avoid those, and pull that lever. Gonna have to kill one final spider, and now we're gonna go get the claw. Now the reason why we had to pull those levers were because if you were to come into this area, it will just teleport you over to this area. In fact, here I'm going to demonstrate exactly what happens. So that is why we need to pull those levers, otherwise you will not be able to get in here and grab the claw. Now that you have the claw and the hat, we're going to head this direction. This is the boss room right here, but I'm going to die so I can actually get the visual aid of starting from the entrance once again. Final run from the entrance. You go this direction. So it's basically right, left, right, left, right, right. That's how you get to the boss room. Keep an eye out on those numbers, because if you get here and then you die, it's your fault. Once you get here, you've got 3 spiders to kill, and once you kill a spider, you have access to the boss room. In the boss room, it's not that hard, especially if you're with a team. You can just stay out of the red zone, avoid the attack. There's basically only one attack. If you're outside of the red zone, there's only one attack to avoid. If you're in the red zone, then you need to be maneuvering, jumping, avoiding her flame attack. But you can do it with a range ability. Necromancer, it works great, or Pirate, and then you kill her and grab her loot. Now for the challenge map, I'm going to be running Guardian or Necromancer depending. Now in the Nightmare, you don't get anything extra dropped, but in here you get a pet drop and you get a temporary cosmetic travel form. This only lasts one time, and the challenge map is a lot trickier than the first one. Now the same mechanics apply, whereas you need to get the hat, you need to get the other thing, but you can't do it by yourself. It's way too difficult. So first thing we're going to do is go and check out where the hat is. When you're fighting the mobs here, you're going to notice it is definitely a tougher fight. Now it's the same idea as the first dungeon, except in this one here, you're going to be getting pummeled a lot harder. You basically need your entire team to be in here. Everybody should focus on one mob so that you can take that one mob out and then you work on the next one. Now if the hat happens to spawn in this room right over here, this big room, it is a pretty tough one. You're going to want to make sure that your team is with you, because if your team is not with you, it is a tricky fight. And there we go. Once you get that part done, you can head into the thing. Make sure everybody else is also here. And I am going to run Necromancer. And I don't find this boss fight much harder than the first one. But I had gotten very lucky, because on my first run in this dungeon, I got the pet. Now the pet is probably somewhere between 1 out of 5 kills to 1 out of 4 maybe. So there we go. That is my guide on this area, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.